Actor and producer Robert De Niro, he took Trump derangement syndrome to a whole new level.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
The world is coming to an end.
Now we really are doomed.
Run! On this video, we're going to cover exactly what Robert De Niro's talking about. Why is he so unhinged? Will this help Biden win anything? All this and more right here, calling it out. De Niro was on the Bill Maher show this week, and he had a lot to say about Donald Trump.
Bottom line is, it's Biden versus Trump. We want to live in a world that we want to live in and enjoy living in, or live in a nightmare. Vote for Trump, and you'll get the nightmare. Vote for Biden, and we'll be back to normalcy.
Yeah. So why is Trump winning? I mean, the New York Times poll this week came out, and maybe this will change it with the State of the Union address, but Trump was beating him rather soundly. It was quite a warning light, 48-43, also winning way more among women than he had before, winning outright Latinos. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the way I did, and many of us don't, after the election in 2016, where we couldn't believe that it happened. The guy is a total monster. And anybody, I don't understand it. I guess they get behind that kind of logic. They want to fuck with people, screw them, because they're unhappy about something. He's such a mean, nasty, hateful person. I never play him as an actor, because I can't see any good in him. Nothing at all. Nothing redeemable in him. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. Let's believe him. Take him at his word. Oh. He's a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist. He is a dangerous person. And we have to people realize, a lot of people, this audience, but the people who somehow think he's going to be the answer to their prayers, whatever those are.
Did you know
God
him
knows.
when as fellow New Yorkers?
Never wanted to know him.
Never wanted to?
No.
You must have
He
crossed...
was an idiot. He was a clown. He was a clown in New York. And New Yorkers say, some would go with him, of course, people who work in what he does, some of them. But it's just, he's a classic bully. If you had a schoolyard and he...
Well, that was something, wasn't it? Robert De Niro up there really giving it to Donald Trump, which is nothing new, man, because De Niro's been saying stuff about Trump since 2015. I mean, he really hates Donald Trump. And then that's probably why Bill Maher asked him, like, did you know this guy in New York? Because you both are from New York. And maybe you ran into him. Like, I was thinking maybe Trump smashed one of his girls, like somebody that De Niro was dating, or maybe he had a relationship with somebody that De Niro was dating or known or something, because it seems pretty personal, man, the way that De Niro has always been after Donald Trump. And that's the thing I want to get to, man, is, look, I'm not here to argue what one person feels about Donald Trump. That's irrelevant, right? It doesn't make much sense. That's the first thing we want to say, is that, look, dude, that's on you. You don't have to like Trump. Hey, no one has to like anyone. So how Robert De Niro personally feels about Trump is irrelevant. My point is this. My thing starts here. De Niro, I've never heard you say a mumbling word about anybody who was in the Democratic Party. Not a single solitary word. You got all this smoke for Trump, but I never heard you say anything about Obama, about Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton, or even Joe Biden. You mean to tell me there was nothing negative that you could say about those four Democrats? Trump has only been a politician for 4 years. Biden has been in politics for 40 years. You have nothing to say at all that could be considered critical of Biden with a 40-year track record. Obama with a about 16-year track record. I think he was in the Senate before he became a president. Nothing. You got nothing. Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State, ran for vice president. Nothing. You got and a senator in New York, in your hometown. You have nothing negative. So that's why you can't take these people seriously. And that's why when they get critical of Trump, most people don't listen. Like, they can't convert anyone. There's a saying, you may have heard it, preaching to the choir. Dinero and all of the Democratic shills are doing nothing but preaching to the choir, man. That's why Joe Biden is losing, because they send guys like Dinero out who just give you one line and people just dismiss it because there's no substance. There's no meat on the bone. It's just derogatory blanket statements that don't make any points. They don't hit home with anyone. It doesn't change not a single opinion. So you're talking to the converted. Dinero is preaching to the choir, as in he's only talking to the people that already hate Donald Trump. And those people already weren't going to vote for him. But see, what the Democrats need to do is they need to make people go from voting for Trump to not voting for Trump. And calling Trump a narcissist, a sociopath, and a malignant, whatever, that ain't going to get it done. I mean, dog, first of all, if Trump's a narcissist, what is Joe Biden? He ran for president 3 times. What's that called? That's not a sociopath? To run for an office 3 times? To be vice president, then run for office? The 3rd time, like, what did he want? Did he want power, maybe? But he's not a sociopath. I find it, what's the word for it? I find it very hypocritical, right? There are people like Robert De Niro who are doing very well in life. Look, and I'm not here to knock how well you're doing. I'm not here to say you did anything crooked or backstabbing or scumbaggery or anything unethical to become Robert De Niro, okay? But I'm sure there are people who might say you did a little something because, like, your reputation, Bobby, is not really of a nice guy. People say you're kind of cocky and arrogant. I wonder where they get that from. But of course, you never say that. And of course, no one who's ever been a Democrat has ever been cocky and arrogant. But when you say the country's going to go to hell, it just makes me think, what country you been living in, bro? We know which one you live in, an elite Hollywood bubble one. But see, for the rest of us, America's never been great. And a lot of things have not been great under Biden. And a lot of things weren't great under Obama. And a lot of things weren't great under Clinton. And yes, there were things that weren't great under Trump as well. But you act as if the only bad times in American history had to do with Donald Trump. What about all the years there was no Trump? Dinero, you grew up at the time when black people didn't even have rights in this country. It took to, 65 for us to even have the right to vote. I think that was a little bit more of a tumultuous time for black folks than 2020 or 2016 when Trump took office. I know it's crazy, right? But see, once again, we got these folks who are well off, life's great, and they look at it and say, life's going to be horrible. Not realizing that for a lot of other people, life been horrible. And I dare to say, it's a lot of white people out there who feel like life's been horrible for them too. It's not just black folks. So a lot of Americans have been going through it. Bobby D, you know? They've been going through it. It's like Hollywood's full of a bunch of crybabies who are just following a script. You're still acting, Robert, because how else could you be this adamant about one person being the downfall of civilization when we got all these other reasons? And I think any point that Dinero could make that could be taken seriously goes out the window when he says, I wouldn't play him. Oh yeah, that's right, this is just an actor talking. Who cares? Just a guy who acts talking about roles. This ain't about who would you play in a movie. And by the way, Dinero, you played some really scumbags in your movies. I mean, you played Al Pacino. No, damn. You played, what's the guy, the mobster? You played a lot of mobster roles of people that killed people, who literally killed people chopped them up and put them in bags and threw them in the river. You mean to tell me those people are better than Trump? Now, you can say a lot of things about Donald Trump, but I don't think he killed anybody. Not personally. You played characters of people that took other people's lives. You played a scumbag in this movie, Cape Fear, that was stalking and assaulting women, and you were a killer. But you find redemption in those characters. But to play Donald Trump, you find no redempting qualities. No redemptive qualities. That's it. No redemptive qualities in Trump, though, right? It's what in fact, man, see, the Democrats are so bad in their criticism of Donald Trump. They're so over the top. You make a person who's just tired of your bullshit go right up to the door, like I'm right up to the edge of defending Trump because you're so horrible. You're so blatantly dishonest. It's really disgusting, man. You put people like me who are more independent. Like I hang my hat on the fact that I'm an independent voter, and I try my best to be unbiased in this show and call balls and strikes and call it out. That's what calling it out is. But the more I'm faced with Robert Dinero's and the Bill Mahers and the people that over-exaggerate, the people that lay it at the foot of Trump, all the problems that are wrong, all the things that are wrong in the country, as if he created them. All Trump did was exasperate them, use them to his benefit, just like Hollywood does. That's what Hollywood does. Hollywood uses all of our pain and suffering to the benefit of its shows, of its movies, of its theatrical releases, in order to profit for them. That's what America does. Trump is a product of a capitalistic society that you have benefited from very nicely, from roles that you've played, from images that you've put out there. What was redeeming about playing Al Capone? But no, with a straight face, you get up here, you act sanctimonious, like you are somehow a cut above. So it's beyond, is Trump a good guy or bad guy? It's about, you're not a good guy. You're not a good guy because you are a gaslighting asshole. That's what it is. You are gaslighting, a liar, and a phony, and a fake. And I love your movies, man, for the most part. But Jesus Christ, man, this is pathetic. And you're not helping Biden. This will not help Biden win. It just won't. In fact, all it does is, and more inspires, you don't get it. All you're doing is invigorating and charging up Trump's base. I'm sure if you ask Trump supporters what they felt after watching this video, they would say, motivated more to go out and vote for Trump. They want to send him extra money because of you. They want to support him even more when they hear shit like this. Unfounded criticism creates more resentment. And it backfires. It backfires. Bill Maher asked you, he said, why is Trump beating Biden in so many polls? You couldn't answer because those people's lives are not going well. Dinero, they're not going as famously as yourself, sir. And the natural reaction to that is to want something different. That's really the answer to it. But you can't wrap your head around that because you know what you can wrap your head around it. You're a smart man. You can't say it because you like working in Hollywood. You can't say it because it's directly tied to your financial benefit. It's difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for a man to see the truth when his salary directly depends on him not seeing the truth. Okay? That's the deal with you, Dinero. That's what it is. It's not about do you like Trump or not like Trump. It's like we don't like phonies. We don't like fakes. And that's what you're proving yourself to be. Folks, I want to know what you think about this. It's a missed opportunity. The Democrats, the shields, the people that support the Democrats keep missing the boat. They keep overrunning, keep overshooting the runway. They continue not to get it. Damn it. And it doesn't help. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Does Robert De Niro's words about Trump make you hate Trump more or hate De Niro more? Or does it have no effect whatsoever? Let us know. I'm Tim Black. You've been watching Calling It Out. They never learn.